The value of outsiders. Her story reminds us that everyone has worth in God's eyes, regardless of their social status or past. Hope and redemption. Rahab's inclusion in the lineage of Jesus, Matthew 1:5, exemplifies the theme of redemption and the idea that one's past does not determine their future. Rahab's bravery is highlighted by her actions to protect the spies at great personal risk. Her faith and courage are commended in the New Testament, where she is listed among the heroes of faith in Hebrews 11. Rahab's story is a testament to the impact one person's faith and bravery can have, changing not only their own destiny, but also contributing to a larger divine plan. Her legacy is a powerful reminder that anyone can be used by God for his purposes, regardless of their background or past. Rahab's story is rich with lessons that extend beyond her immediate actions. Here are some additional insights we can glean from her life. 1. The importance of faith and works. Rahab's faith was demonstrated through her actions. She didn't just believe in the power of the God of Israel. She acted on that belief by protecting the spies. This teaches us that faith is not passive, but requires us to take action. 2. Faith comes by hearing. Rahab's journey of faith began by hearing about the miracles performed by the God of Israel. She believed because of what she heard, which aligns with the biblical principle that faith comes by hearing and hearing by the word of God. Romans 10:17. 3. No one is beyond redemption. Rahab's transformation from a prostitute to a figure of faith illustrates that no one is beyond the reach of God's grace. Her story is a powerful example of how anyone can be used for God's purposes, regardless of their past. 4. God's inclusive grace. Rahab was not an Israelite, yet she was embraced by God and became part of his plan. This shows that God's grace extends beyond cultural and ethnic boundaries. 5. Value in God's eyes. Despite her status as an outsider and a prostitute, Rahab was valued by God. Her story reminds us that every person has worth in God's eyes, and no one is worthless to him. 6. Trust in God's future. Rahab's faith and courage were rewarded as she became an ancestor of Jesus. This teaches us to trust in God's plan for our future, even when it seems uncertain. 7. Risk. Value of outsiders. Her story reminds us that everyone has worth in God's eyes, regardless of their social status or past. 8. Transformation and new beginnings. Rahab's life was transformed, and she was given a new beginning. Her story encourages us that it's never too late to change our path and align ourselves with God's will. These lessons from Rahab's story encourage us to live a life of active faith, to believe in the possibility of transformation, and to remember that we all have a place in God's grand narrative, no matter our background or previous life choices. Rahab's legacy is a testament to the power of faith and the breadth of God's mercy. By reflecting on these lessons and integrating them into your life, you can cultivate a spirit of bravery, faith, and transformation, much like Rahab did in her time. Remember, it's the choices we make in the face of adversity that define who we are and who we can become. And so, Rahab's legacy endures, a beacon for all who seek to rise above their circumstances, to embrace the courage within, and to extend a helping hand to others. Her story is a clarion call, reminding us that within each of us lies the power to change not only our own destiny, but to become a harbinger of hope for those around us. Let Rahab's story inspire you to be the author of your own tale, to weave threads of bravery into the fabric of your life, and to be a light for others, guiding them through their own walls to the dawn of new beginnings. Once upon a time, in the sun-baked lands of Canaan, within the formidable walls of Jericho, there lived a woman named Rahab. Her home was a haven perched atop the city's massive walls, a place where weary travelers found respite. Yet Rahab's heart was restless, yearning for a truth that lay beyond the reach of her grasp. Rahab's life was one of survival, marked by choices made in the shadows of society. But within her dwelled desires as vast as the desert sands, dreams of redemption, of a life unshackled from the past. She was a woman of the night, yet she sought the light of a new dawn. As fate would weave its intricate design, two Israelite spies, cloaked in the anonymity of the night, sought shelter within Rahab's abode. They were emissaries of Joshua, sent to discern the might of Jericho before the impending siege. Rahab, with wisdom gleaned from the whispers of the wind, recognized them not as mere men, but as messengers of change. In the quietude of her home, Rahab made a choice that echoed through the halls of history. With bravery coursing through her veins, she concealed the spies from prying eyes, risking her life for a cause greater than her own. When the king's soldiers demanded answers, Rahab's words were a woven tapestry of deception, leading them astray. "Why do you risk so much?" you might ponder. Rahab had heard of the Israelites' God, of seas parting and victories won, and in her heart a seed of faith took root. She believed in the promise of deliverance, in the hope that the walls of her life, like those of Jericho, could crumble under the weight of faith. In the hushed tones of secrecy, Rahab struck a covenant with the spies. A scarlet cord, the color of promise, was her sign, a beacon of safety amidst the coming storm. As the Israelite trumpets sounded and the walls trembled, Rahab's home stood firm, a solitary testament to her unwavering belief. From Rahab's tale, we draw the nectar of courage and the essence of transformation. Courage in adversity. Rahab showed immense bravery by hiding the spies and lying to the king's men, risking her life for what she believed was right. Faith in God's promises. Despite not being an Israelite, Rahab believed in God's promises and sought assurance that she and her family would be spared. Taking risks for a greater good. Rahab took a significant risk to aid the spies, demonstrating her trust in God and her willingness to act for the benefit of others.